Good morning, golf fans. Welcome back to the channel. Brought to you in association with betting.co.uk. I'm Ginger Joe and I'm back with my weekly golf selections for you. And in this episode alone, I'm solely going to be focusing this week on the DP World Tour, where we've got the D&D Czech Masters out in the Czech Republic. Now, of course, we've got the PGA Tour, where we've got the final of the FedEx Cup playoffs on the Tour Championship, but there's only 30 players in this field, and there's not too much value on offer. They don't even start on a level playing field either, so it's not a really betting event for me. However, I do think Rory McIlroy is going to take all the beat, and I think he's been destined to win this for some weeks now, but it's not a punting event for me here. He's only 7-2, and there's definitely more value on the DP World Tour as well. Now, we come into this week off the back of having Viktor Hovland win for us at 16-1 last week. And just a little bit of a background about myself. I'm an ex-tour professional trying to find you the players that I think are best suited to the courses that we take a look at on tour every single week. And it's gone very well for us so far this season, with over 800 points in the profit to level stakes. And I think we can add a little bit more to that this week with the selections that I've got for this week's DP World Tour. If you're new to my channel, please do hit that subscribe button. It really does help me out a great deal. And by doing so, you will be notified when my selections do first and foremost come live here on my YouTube channel. But if you're interested in some more content from myself, I do also have a group chat. And if you'd like to come over and join us there is a link in the description for you below this video. Now, I'm a little bit later with this week's video in comparison to most, so I'm going to go through these selections rather quick fire for you. We're going to go straight into this. It's on the DP World Tour. We've got the D&D Czech Masters, one of my favourite tour events of the entire season. A really, really good course to get stuck into, and it's a very, very important one where you're trying to find players with the right credentials to go well at this sort of course as well. I've got a 6-man squad for this week as well, which is more than I usually like to put, but with no focus on the PGA Tour, I'm going all in with 6 selections for this week, with not long as well until the Ryder Cup obviously gets underway as well. And a few of these players will be trying to get themselves a win under their belt to help boost their credentials of getting into the squad. There's a few players at the top of the market here that are a little bit too short in the betting for my liking. Of course, got Shane Lowry heading the betting at 10-1. But there's plenty of other value in this field. And I'm going to start off with Jorge Campio at 80-1. He's a supremely good iron player. He's been in my squad quite often this year. He's actually had a win for us as well by winning the Kenyan Open for us back in March. It was a really good performance. And it was also on the same day that Scotty Sheffler won on the PGA Tour. So it gave us a nice 373-1 cross-tour double that week. And hopefully he can add some more profit for us this week as well. He's a player that when he's in form, he really is hard to catch. He's got very, very good iron play. He's sneakily long off the tee as well, Jorge Campio, but he's a very good putter indeed. I think he's really underestimated in the putting department. I think he's going to give us a really good run for our money. I can't believe he's 80-1 with the credentials that he's got. He only comes into this field after having 1 or 2 bad events in recent times, but I've got no doubt that he's coming back to form this week. 80-1 I think is a huge price for Jorge Campio. Just to mention, of course, these are all each-way singles, and I'm bringing you these in order of strength as well. And selection number 2 is going to be German Marcel Schneider, again at 80-1. Now, Marcel hasn't actually managed to win on tour before. He has won on the Challenge Tour a fair few times, but since joining the DP World Tour, he's yet to actually break his duck and break his maiden by winning a DP World Tour event. But this course actually suits his game really nicely as well. And he's just another very good player coming from the German crop that we've got out there at the moment. Pretty decent with his iron play, and he actually came into this event leading after the first round last season, so it definitely suits his eye. His iron play is very good. He's pretty good off the tee. He just needs to ensure that he's putting well for this week too. That's the only sort of slight downfall that I've got about his game. But at 80-1, I definitely think he's worth giving a shout. He clearly likes it here. Played well here in the past. He's got plenty of Challenge Tour victories to his name as well. This year on the DP World Tour, I think it's 13 first-time winners that we've had, so it'd be no surprise to see Marcel Schneider add his name to that list. And at 80-1, you're getting some really good value about his chances as well. Selection number 3 is another German player, Yannick Poole at 33-1. Probably the best German player in the world, and probably the best iron player on the DP World Tour as well. Potentially even near the top of the iron stats for the PGA Tour as well if he was on that tour. But I think Yannick Poole this week at 33-1 is going to give us a really good shout for our money. He does already have a win this season, but of course with the Ryder Cup coming up soon, a win here would really help his credentials get himself into that Ryder Cup spot, because he is just on the cusp line of getting in at the moment. But this would really boost his credentials, and I could see him going well this week. His iron play means he's going to get loads of birdie opportunities, and even though he can't reach all of these par 5s and 2, you're definitely going to get some opportunities out of Yannick Poole this week, and I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him finish at the top of this leaderboard. Selection number 4 is Antoine Rosner at 28 to 1, but Antoine Rosner win only, not an each way single, just a win selection for Antoine Rosner. Another good player who's been on my in my squad quite a few times this season, a 3-time DP World Tour winner, who's actually seemingly coming back to a little bit of decent form. He played really well before the Open. He then had a really good start in the Open Championship as well. He's going to find this much more suitable to his game, and he has actually played really well in this event on multiple occasions as well. At 28 to 1, I think Antoine Rosner could boost his Ryder Cup credentials here with a win bet at 28 to 1. Selection number 5 is Malaysian Gavin Green at 50 to 1. Another player who hasn't actually won on the DP World Tour, which is really surprising, more than capable of doing so, and has actually finished runner-up on a handful of occasions. Very long off the tee, a really good putter. So he's going to find a few of these par 5s in 2, and probably going to have a few more eagle opportunities out of Gavin Green than you will most players out of this field. So at 50 to 1, I'm going to give him another chance to get his maiden victory on tour. And then my final selection is going to be Marcel Siem, another German at 66 to 1, a supremely good iron player, rejuvenated character this season as well. He's of course got himself a win by winning the Hero Indian. He's had some really good finishes since then as well. He seems very confident in himself this year, and even if he's 4, 5, 6 shots behind going into the final day, Marcel Siem would still have a really good chance. When he gets himself on a run, he is really hard to take off that run. And he's got a bit of a secret weapon in this long putter that he uses. He seems to make putts from everywhere on the green, and I think he's going to have a really good chance of getting himself another win on tour this week at 66 to 1. So there's my selections for this week. Rather quick fire in comparison to most. And just to recap on those, got Jorge Campio at 80 to 1. Marcel Schneider at 80 to 1. Yannick Paul at 33 to 1. Antoine Rosner win only at 28 to 1. Then we've got Gavin Green at 50s and Marcel Siem at 66 to 1. 6 selections for you this week. Thanks everyone again for tuning in. Hopefully we can have back-to-back wins on the tour and obviously add some more profit to the season that we've had so far. As mentioned, there's a few links in the description below for you to come over and join the group chat, read my article on betting.co.uk. But for now, that's everything for this week, and I'll see you all again next week for more golf events. Bye for now.